Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all doing good. Today we're going to be hopping back into Supreme Arena and checking out some free-to-play teams that I came up with last night. One of these teams is actually insanely good, so yeah, and you should really have no issue running this team if you are free-to-play, low spender, or anything like that. So we're going to hop into Supreme Arena and we're going to set up some of these teams and see if we can't get a win. Alright, so we're going to be fighting the Traxy as usual, and we are, up against these pay-to-win teams that are, super whaley and all that kind of stuff. This first team's very strong. It's got 3 hypogean celestial units. It's got Siren. It's got Kulu. They're almost all P4. And then we've got the Igor, Thalia, Thorin, Talene, Ludovic on map 2. So this team's going to be really hard to beat also. And then team 3, we have the Bonnie, Shamira, Damian, and Lily May team. So this is another really strong team. It's beaten a lot of the, it's beaten a lot of the top whale type teams too. So let's go ahead and hit challenge, and we'll get my teams set up and talk about them a little bit. So the first, the formation that we're going to use here is going to be this right here. So team 1 is going to be Callan, Seth, Lily May, Nara, and Sylvina. And the reason we chose those heroes is because, well, we have some really scary heroes on the enemy team. So we've got Cryanaya, and we're going to end up pulling her with our Nara so we can take her out early. And then we're going to use Sylvina to target the Smokey and take him out so he's not able to heal anyone really that easily. I'm debating on whether or not I want to put the Sylvina onto the Kulu over there. And yeah, you know what? We're going to try that. And then we have Seth here because Seth does really well when enemy heroes lose 50% of their HP. He'll do his Predator's Lunge. He'll also gain Bloodlust stacks and all that stuff. So he's going to gain a lot of power from Nara pulling the Cryanaya, doing a lot of damage to her, and then also the Sylvina doing the same thing to Kulu. And then we have Callan in here for his roar to hopefully stun them when maybe right before they do something big, and that'll maybe buy us some time to get some attacks off. And then we've got Lily May in here to block the Kulu active that she does if she gets to it. So yeah, we're gonna try this team out on map 1. And then map 2, we are going to be using Thorin, Bonnie, Florabelle, Aaron, and Damien. Now you could use Olmus in here instead of Florabelle if you want to. Where's my Olmus at? There's my Olmus. So yeah, you can do this. Maybe do something like that. I'll put my Bonnie in the back row so she's not so doesn't get targeted so quickly. But like I said, I'm up against an Igor, Thalia, Talene team, so it's going to be tough. I don't know that we're going to be able to outlast them, but my goal is to not use any hypogean celestial units in these fights. So yeah, now team 3, we're going to be using Odie, Damon, Hugin, Walker, and Siren. Now you could replace Walker with really any other light bearer. You can really just put any 3 light bearers in here. I obviously suggest these ones because they seem to work the best, but you really just want the light bearer talent tile for Odie. Odie is insane on this light bearer talent tile, and then you also want to use enlightenment spell with him because that gives a huge attack speed boost, and you're going to be throwing out so many of those arrows from the talent tile skill that you're going to get tons of kills. And it doesn't matter that they have shielding because it's true damage, and it's just it's a really good team. So let's just go ahead and hit battle and see how these play out for us. Alright, so yeah, we're going to pull the Cryanaya. We're going to get the stun on the Kulu. Hopefully we can get a kill on her. Oh, we did kill her. Nice. Now kill the Cryanaya, please. Alright, sweet. Seth, can you round out the rest of this fight? Kill the Siren. Come on, finish it off, please. Okay, now just kill the Dunlinger. Oh my gosh, can we do this? If we can get this win, we're gonna be golden. Alright, come on, finish him off. There we go. Holy crap. Okay, so I did not expect that to win. Well, I kind of did, but I really wasn't sure. But yeah, that was impressive. So let's see how team 2 goes here. I don't really expect it to be super good because it doesn't really always get the win. But there's the Thorn skill. My Thorn's got 1 life left, maybe. No, he didn't. So yeah, that was a loss. I kind of expected to lose there. It's really hard to beat the Igor, Thalia, Thorn combination there. But here's the Odie team. So we've got the Odie. We already killed the Chimera. We have some nice shielding on our Odie. He's throwing out a lot of these arrows, and here comes our Siren active, and then more Odie arrows and just damage, and yeah, we just end up destroying this team. So yeah, we killed, yep, there it is. And yeah, so we just took rank 1 without using a single Hypogean Celestial hero, and these are very free-to-play friendly teams in my opinion, or at least low spender teams. If you can't put if you don't have Odie, I don't know, maybe you just haven't been playing very long, but yeah, that was pretty exciting. So now I want to go ahead and show you guys that Odie team again, but we're going to fight against a Igor, Thalia, Citrana, Taline, Kulu team. So yeah, now this probably, it might not win, but it at least shows you guys the potential this team has. And yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so here's another little variation of the Lightbearer team with Odie. I'm using Sylvina to target the Kulu, and we are fighting against an Athalia, Igor, Citrana, Taline, Kulu team. So yeah, the goal is to have Sylvina come over here, stun the Kulu, shut her down, and hopefully get a kill on her, because if she gets an active off, we're totally done. The Athalia is going to get nuked down super quick, and she'll go straight into her Lance form, and then we have to deal with that. So it is pretty tough. And then the other big thing is dealing with the Citrana too. Now the Igor is going to get demolished from the Odie, and you got to remember that when you're running this type of team, you really want to run the Enlightenment spell. Even though these artifacts have way more levels, the attack speed boost you get from Enlightenment spell is just too massive to pass up for a team like this, where all the normal attacks that Odie does throws out extra true damage. And then we have Rowan here to offer any kind of healing and energy gain and things like that. Again, I'm using Walker because I really like Walker, but you can also use, you know, Lucius or Sonya, Sinbad, you know, a lot of those other heroes that are light bearers. Siren, you know, Vala, there's a lot of good light bearer heroes. But anyway, let's go ahead and hit battle. You guys can see how this fight plays out, but we're not going to necessarily get the win. But you'll see that it's pretty close. So yeah, to counter an Igor Athalia team with a free-to-play team that uses no Hypogean Celestial units is very difficult. So yeah, but as you can see, we're down to just the Sylvina, or just the Citrana and the Taline, and if we can get the kills on them, we might be good. But the Walker for some reason is targeting the Taline instead of the Citrana, which I'd really rather he target the Citrana over the Taline. But yeah, then the Athalia finishes us off, because that's just what Athalia does when she's in her Lance form. She's free to just kill everyone. But the Rowan and the Hugin are just chilling here, surviving, and yeah, they're just prolonging the fight. They're not going to be able to do any damage. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this team against this Igor Thalia team, because it actually comes pretty close to getting wins. So maybe a few tweaks here and there might be able to get the win with this type of team. But yeah, that's going to be about it for today's video, I think. I'll put the team IDs up there on the screen for you guys, so you can run something similar. And yeah, now one thing before I do go, I want to mention about Team 1, where I was using Sylvina and Nara. You can obviously tailor that to whatever team you're fighting. So if you're up against a team that has heroes like Kulu and Cryanaya that you really need to target, you can use them against it. And you just kind of have to use your own judgment. I'm not, my channel's not necessarily meant to just, you know, show you guys these teams, use these teams. It's all one size fits all and blah blah blah. I'm usually I try to explain how the team works so that if you guys don't have a certain hero, you can maybe figure out a replacement hero that can take the role of the hero you don't have. So I don't know. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense for you guys. But anyway, remember I have a loot bar link in the description below if you want some cheap dragon crystals and all that, and Discord links down there also. So anyway, if you can, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I really like brownies, yeah. It's yummy. I play games with y'all.